healthcare and tech fields. To keep up with this growth, we must continue to invest in the infrastructure and talent pipelines that drive these industries. Ensuring access to quality, skilled talent right here in Jacksonville is crucial to our health of our economy. Businesses need stable pools talent to innovate and grow. Likewise, our residents need the promise of stable jobs and high-paying, fast-growing careers as they consider setting down roots. Investing in these pipelines ensures the future health of our industries, job market, and economy for generations to come. That's why my administration is partnering with the University of Florida. UF is a top 5 public research university in the nation, renowned for its academics and culture. UF continues to invest heavily in our region, its students, and it plays a vital part in connecting students with high-quality opportunities and connecting firms with high-quality talent. It's an honor to welcome UF to our city, and now I would like to invite Chairman Mori Hosseini to say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And before I start, I would like to recognize some of our board members that are here. I have here Marsha Powers. Marsha, say hello, on the board. She heads our audit committee. And of course, Amanda Phelan, who's also chair of UF Faculty Senate. And we also have some of our leaders of our university are here. Dr. Nelson, head of UF Health, is here. We have Amy Haas, our general counsel. When you call Amy Haas, when she picks up the phone, she usually, her good morning is like, no, but good morning, what do you want? So we have Tom Mitchell is head of our development, and also Charlie Lane, Chief Operating Officer, is here, and Steve Orlando is also here. So good morning to all of you on this great day in big, bold, beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. I say big because at least some of you know Jacksonville is the largest city by area in the lower 48 states. Jacksonville also has a substantial financial footprint in the great state of Florida, with a regional GDP of more than $82 billion. Jacksonville, which is the fast-growing hub for financial technology, logistics, and manufacturing, recently was ranked by Forbes magazine as one of the best places to live in Florida. And most importantly, though, Jacksonville is filled with audacious people who have big dreams, big ideas. That's why when I learned last year that Mayor Curry was interested in partnering with the University of Florida over a very important project, I said to myself, this is too good to pass on. You have to do this for Jacksonville, for UF, and for the people of Florida. I am very excited then to tell you this morning exactly what proposal is. Today, the City of Jacksonville and University of Florida are committing to explore opportunities to create a new campus in Jacksonville focused on the introduction of innovative programs in medicine, business, and engineering. The campus would build on UF and Jacksonville's long-standing connections in healthcare, providing new graduate education programs aimed at supporting the region's growing workforce need in biomedical technology and focus on pioneering technology related to simulation, health application and artificial intelligence, patient quality and safety, healthcare administration, and fintech. We are also committing to working together with our amazing higher education partners here in Jacksonville. The University of North Florida and its gifted new president, Mose Limaiman. Mose, are you here? Hello, Mose. Who is destined to take UNF to great place. I know that man. I know him for a long time, come from USF. When they selected Mose, I said, they've got a winner here. Mose, thank you for doing this. Also, Jacksonville University, whose brilliant president, Tim Koss. Tim, are you here? Hi, Tim. Literally, and I mean this, Tim Koss has changed the face of his alma mater and continues to take it to the new heights. And Tim, thank you for everything you're doing. What you have done for Jacksonville University is absolutely amazing. And of course, last but not least, Florida State College at Jacksonville and its outstanding president, John Avendano. John, are you here? Hello, John. Good to see you. Interesting enough, and let me tell you, our state colleges are one of the Florida's biggest assets, educating thousands of students at the lowest cost. When it is completed, this proposal would hold the key to keeping Florida's brightest minds in Florida by providing them with the skills they need to build promising careers in the host of rising fields. For example, fintech, cybersecurity, venture capital, data analytic, and medical technology expertise. The state of Florida would benefit additionally by corporate and startup CEOs being motivated to relocate operation to this region, pursuit of a workforce that will thrive in the future economy. The raw potential of the proposal we are agreeing today to explore is stunning. With Jacksonville's standing as a globally recognized leader in the financial world and the University of Florida's position as a top 5 public flagship research institution. Let me share something with you, just nobody knows. We are number 2 in tech transfer in the country. Tech transfer in the country, both public and private. Give you an example, MIT is number 5. We're number 2. So the idea of joining together in a venture such as this is what we call a no-brainer. The history of the Jacksonville UF partnership dates back nearly a century and is filled with shared energy, optimism, and excitement. Today, let us build on UF and UF Health's long-standing commitment to this region and begin writing the next chapter in that amazing history. Let's go do something big. And now, I am delighted to introduce our next speaker, a gentleman for whom today is just his second day on the job. I can tell you, when we did, this is not in my writing here, when we, University of Florida, when we did our search to select our next president, we were thinking about wanting somebody that he can look at education 50 years down the road. Someone that was a game changer. So we looked and looked. We had the best applicant ever in history of the state of Florida. We have at least 7 on AAU universities. We had at least 2 applied on the top 10. But no, we were looking for somebody that will change the face of education that forever is changing. So we had to go and look ourselves, and we find that man. So our next speaker, our president, recently completed 8 years as a United States Senator from Nebraska. Holds degrees from both Harvard and Yale. He couldn't get into UF. Has been a college president and a university faculty member, and has authored 2 New York Times bestseller. But you know what's the best thing about him? He is a humble man. He wants to do what's right for our kids, for our grandkids, for future of our country. This is why he's here today. He will take, as I am standing here, I've been in education for 28 years. He will take University of Florida to places that no one, me or anyone else, I've thought of. So with that, I want to welcome. Oh, one other thing I say. He gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning and goes for a run. I don't know about you, but at 4 a.m., I'm definitely not waking up and definitely not going for a run. So however, I think to do everything he has done in his life, you definitely need to get an early jump on the day. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Jacksonville welcome to the brand new President of University of Florida, Dr. Ben Sasse.
Thank you, Chairman Hosseini. Thank you, Mori. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you to all of you for coming out with us today. I am the absolute greenhorn newbie here today, so I need to be briefest in my remarks since I have the least substance. But it is true that I am here in Jacksonville, but in the state of Florida because of all the dynamism and opportunity. But it's only 99% of the story. Y'all have some pretty great weather. I walked into my new office in Tigard Hall yesterday morning between 4 and 5 a.m. And this morning I got to go on a run in East Gainesville before sunup, and I have flown to Florida or driven to Florida 3 times in the last 3 weeks, and the warmest it ever was when I left Nebraska in the last 3 weeks was 7. It was -1 once, it was 1 once, and it was 7 once. So I'm here partly for the cause, but also partly because the sunshine and innovation state is pretty dang special. So I will be brief, but I just want to say it is an honor for us to be in Gainesville. It is an honor to have the legacy and history of partnership between Gator Nation and what you all are building here. I'm the newbie, and so I'm not gonna make stuff up. I know Jacksonville mostly because of your football stadium. I've got some friends here, but almost every time I've ever been here in the past, it was football centric, but that's yet another example of the Dogs and Gators football tradition that dates back over a century, longest running neutral site venue in the history of the greatest sport the world's ever known. So I know Jacksonville chiefly because of football history, but as I've been getting to know this institution over the last 6 months, again, I've only been on the payroll for about 29 hours. But knowing the thousands of employees we have here, all the health partnerships, and all of the extra educational opportunities to come, I'm going to give you only one nerd stat today. I'm 50. For those of you who are ballpark my age, when we were kids, average duration at a firm for a primary breadwinner was, guess in your heads, 26 years. My dad was a football coach, and he also taught on the side because that was a requirement in Nebraska to get to be a high school football coach. He had 2 jobs from graduation from college until retirement. It's basically the same job, but 2 institutions over the course of nearly 50 years. 26 years in a job for a primary breadwinner or in a firm. Today, what do you think average duration at a firm is for an American worker? 4.2 years and getting shorter. And this is before the widespread adoption of the kinds of AI that are going to change the world in ways that are great for consumers but scary for producers. This supercomputer is larger than the computers in the late 1960s and early 1970s at MIT that basically filled this atrium, that ran the targeting exercises that won the Cold War. This computer has more computing power than that, and most all of us are walking around with one or two of these devices all the time. Since humans are smart, we're good at automating repetitive tasks, and we make work obsolete if it can be automated. And that's going to happen at a faster and faster pace. So in a city as interesting as Jacksonville, I see your signage and your rhetoric about One Jacksonville, but my experience of getting to know the mayor and getting to know the project here, this really is the kind of special community that pulls on oars together as One Jacksonville. The dynamism in the workforce and education space is going to continue to accelerate, and we at UF are really excited about growing this partnership. Obviously, there's all sorts of process and language for us. The word campus has technical meanings that require us to deliberate with our Board of Trustees and our Board of Governors, so there's a lot of stuff still to work through, but the fact that we're here, we want to grow, we want more partnerships at both healthcare and education is indisputable. We're really grateful for your partnership. Next up is going to be Patrick Zalupski, one of my soon-to-be bosses. Mori Hosseini is the chairman of my board. Amanda and Marcia are my bosses, but Patrick is soon to be one of my bosses. But since he's Jacksonville's own, we're going to have the mayor come back up and give you a little more detail on Patrick. But great to be here today. Go Gators.
Patrick's a friend, first of all. Patrick is founder, chairman, and chief executive officer of Dreamfinder Homes and a member of Northeast Florida Builders Association. He was appointed last week by Governor Ron DeSantis as the newest member of the UF Board of Trustees, pending confirmation by the Florida Senate. Patrick?
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, President Sasse, Chairman Hosseini. Couldn't have said it better myself. Honored to be here as a newly appointed Board of Trustees member for the University of Florida. But most of you know me as a business owner, a local business owner, and a resident of Jacksonville and a avid Jaguars fan. So I can say this is truly a great and special day for the city of Jacksonville. My colleagues and I are extremely excited for the opportunity to further expand and strengthen higher education's presence in Jacksonville. It is indeed a win-win opportunity for everybody in here, whether it's city, business leaders, University of Florida, University of North Florida, Jacksonville University, FSCJ. I think there's nobody that doesn't benefit from this in an incredible and unique way. As we continue to attract companies to our region, available talent will continue to be a critical driver for the city of Jacksonville and Northeast Florida. For businesses, it is all about the talent, and nobody can underestimate what type of talent this will bring to the city of Jacksonville, and specifically downtown Jacksonville, which is really what makes this unique and exciting. In my numerous conversations with local business leaders, the early indications of support have been incredible, and I'm very confident we have the ability to launch something of this magnitude, and in doing so, I look forward to working with the mayor, higher education leaders, we've already been mentioned today, very dynamic higher education leaders here in Jacksonville, the University of Florida, President Sasse, Chairman Hosseini, and my additional colleagues on the University of Florida Board of Trustees as we take this exciting next step forward. In closing, a venture of this magnitude, size, and scope is literally impossible without incredible support from numerous leaders, albeit the business community, the city of Jacksonville. I've met with numerous city council members, dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of business leaders locally, and the support has literally been unanimous. 100% said, this is incredible, we get what you guys are trying to do, what can we do to help? And so I won't have time to thank everybody here today, but I do want to thank everybody that we've met with. We have a lot more of you we're going to be meeting with. Just because you haven't seen me yet or haven't seen the mayor yet, you're going to see us because this is a tall order and we're going to need a lot more support and a lot of help from you guys. But I want to personally thank the mayor for his early support, City Council, University of Florida, and the countless business leaders that we've already met with to date. This is a transformational opportunity for the city of Jacksonville, and I'm confident we'll be successful. Go Jaguars and go Gators.
All right, I'll close with two things. First is, with the support of UF, I will be placing a proposal before City Council for a 3-year, $50 million investment in this expansion. And Patrick's working with the private sector, as many are people, to also do private sector fundraising for this as well. This is generational. This is a generational project for the city of Jacksonville. This is an absolute game changer, and we got a process to follow, but we're getting it done. Thank you.